Hello guys, and welcome back to the retro room. As you can see, I'm in screen capture mode. This is the fourth part. This is the fourth part of the build of this 4-floppy 486 machine. And you see I have Windows 95 running. We're in an 800 by 600 16K color mode. I don't have a sound card in here, so it's not going to make any sounds at us. But as you can see here, we have Floppy A, which is my GoTech USB floppy emulator. 3.5 Floppy B is a 1.44 meg 3.5 inch floppy drive. C and D, because the 4 gigabyte flash card I had in here had to be partitioned to work in this version of Windows 95. Floppy drive E is the 360K 5.25 inch drive, and drive F is the 1.2 meg 5.25 inch drive. And here we're going to, this will be a fairly short video, but we will copy some things from one drive to the next and do some formatting and just show that these drives are working. First, let's grab my USB. The USB that I have floppy images on. And this first disk should be the MS-DOS setup disk number 1. It's a little slow to populate on the screen here. But you see all the files coming up. And from here, I can make a set of DOS 6.22 install disks. Which we may as well. I'm digging in a box full of floppies. These are presumably blank 3.5 inch discs. Put one in the B drive. We'll go ahead and close this. Put one in the B drive. We'll open that up, see if there's anything on that drive. Not a thing. We'll just right click on that. We'll go to copy disk. We'll copy it to B and start. Right now it's reading from, as you can see, reading source disk. It's reading from the GoTech. And here in a second it will start writing to the disk, to drive B. all those wonderful drive noises. We'll go back to B, make sure everything's on there. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got it all. But if we're making the whole set, let's pull that disk aside. We'll replace the disk. Turn to the next drive image on the GoTech. This copy disk program works a lot like Xcopy. As it copies the whole disk at once instead of just all the files. There's that one. And the DOS 6.22 install is a trilogy. So there's a third disk that we got to do as well. That noise you just heard was the floppy drive making sure there's a disk in there and making sure it's empty and properly formatted to perform this copy. My video capture crapped out on me. But here we are copying the third disk. And it's about done. When this gets done, we're going to try something a little crazy. Okay, maybe not too crazy. Aha. I have a set of Windows 3.1 installed disks. There are 6 of these. These are physical disks. I'll show you with drive B here. There's all of those. Let's check the properties on this. Well, not enough free space to do what I was planning on doing with that. The space on that disk is just too big to copy that to a 1.2 meg 5 1/4 inch disk. Speaking of 5 1/4 inch disks, let's pull one of those up and see how it acts in Windows 95. This is a copy of the IBM Diag, well, the IBM Diagnostics version 2.05. And it is in drive E here. There's all the files for that. Just for giggles, let's make a 3.5-inch version of that disc. Did it stop? I think so. Try an Alt F4. Okay. Well. System is busy, or has it become unstable? Will return to Windows. I thought it blue screened on me. Well, it did, but that's just a little warning message. Yeah, he's certainly not working. Well, let's restart him. I don't think it liked trying to do that. Had to go down for a hard reset. Complete power off and power back on. Hear the drive seek there. Just trying to read from the GoTech is why it's saying that. Here we are rebooting. This takes a little while. I can almost hear the Windows 95 startup sound when that comes up, but I know it's not playing. We're going to go into DOS mode. See if X copy is on here. Looks like it is. I'm going to do X copy E colon to B colon. There it goes, reading the source files. There's something on that disk. What's on there? Well, let's go on to complete the process. Let's see what's on that disk. Going to format this disk and try it again. Looks like that was used for a BIOS flash because that flash.exe is in there. 4.bin. I don't have any idea what that was used, you know, what board that might have been used for, or card, or what BIOS. Going to name it IBM Diag 2 because it's IBM Diagnostics version 2.05. Nope, not going to format another. We're going to X copy E colon to B colon and listen to those sounds of it reading the disks. Kind of chunky writing on that one. All right. There they are. Let's see if I have a 1.2 meg disk of any value or purpose. I have a whole lot more 360K disks than 1.2s. Yeah, all of these are 360K discs. Some of these have no labels and I can't tell. Here's one that says double-sided high density. That should be 1.2. We'll put that in what has become drive F. Then we'll go to F. there's nothing on that disk. Well, let's put something on that disk. Going back to the GoTech drive now. And my camera decided to reset again. That might actually go on a 1.2 disk. Let's just find out. Well, it hasn't barfed up an error message yet, so reading the tracks off of the GoTech. Looks like it copied without issue. Oh, let's see what's on F. Looks like it's got them all without any trouble at all. It's a 5 1/4 inch DOS 6.22 install disk number 1. Let's see if I have another blank 5 1/4 inch disc. This one has no label. We'll see what's on there. That's a 360K disc. At least it was formatted as a 360K disc. Let's see what happens. It's formatting as 1.2 meg though. But I suppose it would have been possible to format 360K disc as 1.2 meg, but maybe not. I know clearly, as we saw here, you can format 1.2 meg disc as 360K. Oh, that's giving us trouble. No, can't stop the formatting process. We'll just see what happens when it gets done. In the meantime, I'm going to look for discs that are labeled 1.2 meg. Like I said, I don't have too many of those at all. My goodness, it's chewing on that pretty good. My video capture setup just sucks. Cut out again. So here we are in top levels of jankiness. With you know, the old-fashioned camera pointed at the screen. We're still trying to format the seems to be bad disk as 1.2 meg. A whole lot of it in bad sectors. That is horrible. Let's get that disk out of here. I'll look at that later. I found a disk that is labeled as high density or 1.2 meg. We'll see if there's anything on that disk. There is not. Okay. Let's finish making this set of DOS 6.22 install discs on 5 1/4 inch. I don't know why. I thought it'd be neat to have. There it goes, making those lovely drive noises. There it goes, reading the next batch of files to write to the disk. Oh, mem maker. Anybody remember using that? Oh, it helped in a pinch, but and in a few key uses, but it gave me more trouble than it was worth. Insufficient disk space. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that's a big boy. Well, I suppose this isn't possible. Well, I don't like the jankiness of this video setup, and I think I've shown off this machine well enough. I thank you all for joining me in this final installment of this quad floppy system build, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.